Red disc with 16 red rays coming from it. This is the rising sun flag of Japan. Filipina TikTok star Bella Poarch sparked an online backlash after Korean took notice of her tattoo on her arm. Koreans took offense at her tattoo and explained why it's problematic. Bella had apologized online on September 6. "I will have the tattoo removed or do a cover-up. I did not know the history behind the tattoo and I will educate others about it." While a lot of Koreans expressed their feelings respectively, few other criticism went too far. This led to Cancel Korea and Apologize Korea on Twitter hashtag September 9th. Many Koreans thoroughly understood that Bella Poarch didn't have any attention. Koreans were also outraged by some Koreans who discriminated the Philippines and clamored heavily on them. Filipino soldiers gave their life to defend us. You all should be embarrassed of yourself. How dare you think you're better than the Filipinos? All that matters is that she didn't know and that she apologized. Koreans were wrong to turn this into a racist attack. As a Korean, I apologize. I'm sorry. But there is also a question raised for a possibility that the comments posted was not by a Korean but from another country, impersonating as a Korean trying to disrupt relations with the Philippines. What is the flag? Why is it so offensive to South Koreans? During the 19th century, the rising sun symbolizes the flag of the military. In World War II, it became the flag of the Navy, occupying much of Asia during the war, carrying out atrocities against local people. An estimated 527,000 Filipinos out of a wartime population of 17 million died during the Japanese occupation period. Among the countries was also South Korea, under the Japanese rule between 1910 till 1945, in total of 35 years. The brutal regime forced thousands of young girls to work in military brothels set up for Japanese soldiers to raise the soldiers' spirit for the war. Lee Ok-sun is one of the last surviving Korean comfort women. It was 1942 and I was only 15 when two Japanese men in uniform dragged me away from my parents. That's how I became enslaved. Recalled, now age 90. Known as comfort woman, forced into sexual slavery. The Japanese army also forced girls from the Philippines, Taiwan and China, and more violence under the rising sun symbol. There is an upcoming 2020 Tokyo Olympics. In September 2019, South Korea called for a ban on the use of the rising sun flag. However, the IOC responded, the flag itself is not considered to be a political statement, so it's not viewed as a prohibited item. But to many victims, it's not just a flag. It's viewed that flying the rising sun flag is part of a collective effort to cleanse the history of Imperial Japan's aggression during the Second World War. The campaigns to ban on the rising sun flag continue inwards. Festus Hogyongdeok explained through SNS in 5 different languages that it's violating the value of Olympic Games, the world peace. And also Vank wrote a petition in one of the biggest international petition websites, mentioning that in European countries like France and Poland, the use of Nazis' Hakenkreuz is forbidden by law. In a report by BBC.com, akin to a symbol of the devil to Asians and Koreans, just like the swastika is a symbol of Nazis, which reminds European of invasion of horror. Likewise, this is not about the harsh feelings to Japan now, but the hope to rectify the past incidents and wound the hearts of the victims. Surrounded by the dreadful trauma until today, the few left victims of comfort women chant at rallies every week, asking for a proper official apology.